anyway, here, Amir Majid, at Majid Amir. Thanks very much for getting in touch with us. You ask, would you think Manchester United get referees' advantage this time around with David Moyes in charge? I can't think what you mean, and I can't imagine who you thought used to get advantage from referees when he was previously in charge. No, seriously, I think as with all things to do with Sir Alex Ferguson's era and David Moyes' era, it might be time for us to just rip up a few of those preconceptions that we had, rightly or wrongly, about Manchester United and just judge them on what they do and what David Moyes gets up to right now. So, no evidence against Chelsea that there was Moyes time for Fergie time, was there, when they tried to score the other night? Let's just leave that one alone, shall we? This is me unofficially answering some of your questions. I hope you've enjoyed this. Make sure you catch both of those wonderful games on Star Sports in India this coming Sunday. This is John Dykes saying thanks for getting in touch with me, and I'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye now. Sumed Pandey at AZPLI asks, has Liverpool versus Man United lost its sheen over the years for you? Lost its sheen? No, if anything, it's getting even better. And I think with Liverpool this season looking as if they're going to be competing right up at the top of the table, this one really will count for an awful lot, as indeed will both the two encounters between these two sides this season. 8 United players have been sent off down the years in this fixture. Only the Merseyside derby has been more passionately fought in terms of red cards than this one down the years. And if you look back at the stunning games and goals that we've seen in this one, I think we're in for something special. Last season's game demonstrated just that, with Shelvey getting himself sent off and having a bit of a go at Sir Alex Ferguson. Expect something similar. David Moyes doesn't send his teams out to be shy and retiring, and when Steven Gerrard takes a Liverpool side out, you can expect fireworks against Manchester United. I think we're in for something really lively here. This is me unofficially answering some of your questions. I hope you've enjoyed this. Make sure you catch both of those wonderful games on Star Sports in India this coming Sunday. This is John Dykes saying thanks for getting in touch with me, and I'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye now. Alright, Kaya, or at Sab China High, says, looking at the transfers and squads this season, what's your pick for the best transfer deal this season? Well, it isn't done yet, obviously, as I sit here talking to you. We're still waiting to see, will Manchester United get something sorted out? Will Arsenal get something sorted out? Because, and even Chelsea, they've got Samuel Eto'o in. Is that the end of their business in terms of the transfer window? Spurs have been unbelievable in terms of what they have been doing so far. And we've also seen Manchester City get their business done by and large very early on, with the exception of the centre-back. Best business, I always think it turns out to be the person that wins a title. Van Persie last season, for example. If Jesus Navas continues to put crosses in and helps City win games and wins the title, he might be the one. If Roberto Soldado keeps scoring goals, you never know, he might take this completely new look Spurs side to amazing levels. So far, the best business based on what we've seen so far, Soldado looks like a really good deal to me, as indeed does Paulinho behind him. As for the City players, I think one of them might be one that stakes a claim to being the best piece of business this year. Yes, there'll be an unsung hero somewhere like a Michu, but I'm talking about title winners. This is me unofficially answering some of your questions. I hope you've enjoyed this. Make sure you catch both of those wonderful games on Star Sports in India this coming Sunday. This is John Dykes saying thanks for getting in touch with me, and I'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye now. Palash Agrawal, that's at Dr. Palash Agrawal, great to hear from you, asking, what do you think of the chances of United winning the title? According to the English media, they are third favourites. Do you agree? Well, I can see that that's obviously something that's worrying you a little bit. Yeah, I think they based that on the fact that City had bought well and that Chelsea had the special one back, but I honestly never make a prediction on the title race until that transfer window has closed. You can understand there was suspicion over Manchester United because we've never known them without Sir Alex Ferguson, hence people's concern about this. I personally never write off Manchester United, and I would suggest that whoever wins the title this year has to beat them and see them off. I could see them finishing first or second, but will it be City or will it be Chelsea that they have the biggest fight with? That, I think, will be resolved when all the deals are done and everybody sits down knowing who they've got to play, and this season really gets going. This is me unofficially answering some of your questions. I hope you've enjoyed this. Make sure you catch both of those wonderful games on Star Sports in India this coming Sunday. This is John Dykes saying thanks for getting in touch with me, and I'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye now. This was from Mahir Desai. Will Paulinho, Chadley, Soldado and other signings be equal to Bale, or will the team just fall apart? They're not falling apart. Oh no, yes, Bale contributed, 38% of their goals, or contributed to them last season, but they've bought so many absolutely brilliant players. We've got Ericsson and Lamela, the latest two to be linked to come in. Kirikches, the back, has just come in. Unbelievable business done by Tottenham. They, trust me, will be right up there competing. They might even have a 100% record after this derby game. But I happen to think that while Spurs might end up having the better season as a whole, Arsenal in recent times have tended to win this one, 5-2, anybody. So maybe Arsenal just have the edge going into that game this weekend. This is me unofficially answering some of your questions. I hope you've enjoyed this. Make sure you catch both of those wonderful games on Star Sports in India this coming Sunday. This is John Dykes saying thanks for getting in touch with me, and I'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye now. From Prashant Shah, that's at Prashant7 Shah, your Twitter handle there. Should Man United start with Rooney? There have been lots of rumours, but he's playing with a lot of passion. Yes, he is playing with a lot of passion. He was brilliant the other night. The only thing about Rooney is this. Yes, play him, but please buy some more players, Manchester United, because I don't know if Manchester United will be stronger this season unless they can do something. Wayne Rooney will work tremendously hard. Van Persie will, of course, score his goals, but maybe they need that extra magic ingredient, whether it's crosses from Leighton Baines, whether it's a midfielder, perhaps like Mesut Ozil or of that kind, or even Shinji Kagawa getting a game in the side. Something has to happen to bring the absolute best out of them. This is me unofficially answering some of your questions. I hope you've enjoyed this. Make sure you catch both of those wonderful games on Star Sports in India this coming Sunday. This is John Dykes saying thanks for getting in touch with me, and I'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye now.